Hey guys, how's it going? I'm super excited about this video because I wanted to tell you about the time I met Tim Peake. Yes, the British astronaut. Actually, yesterday is when I met him after a show I watched about him talking about his experience in space. Well, it was yesterday for me. For you guys, it'll be a few weeks ago because this video is going to be uploaded in a couple of weeks' time. But yeah, let me just go into my experience of meeting him. So this is me and him over here, which is pretty cool. I'm kind of so happy that I got to meet a real astronaut, as you can tell. So the show slash talk thing that I went to was called My Journey to Space, and it was actually by Tim Peake. So he was there dressed in his whole flight suit and everything. And he basically just told us about his experience of growing up from when he was a kid to ultimately getting selected by the European Space Agency and then going on his mission on the Soyuz rocket all the way up to the ISS, and his life basically in space. And I think it was really interesting to hear about this sort of thing directly from the man that has gone and done it. And honestly, like, if you have the opportunity to go and watch this show, if you're in the UK, have a search on Google. It's called My Journey to Space, Tim Peake. And I think he's doing different talks around in the country. So have a look at your closest one. Hopefully it's not already gone by, but definitely go watch it if you can. So some of the really interesting points he raised, especially, was talking about how to become an astronaut or what it takes to become an astronaut. And funnily enough, he said you don't have to be actually that academic if you want to become an astronaut. It was a cool thing. One of the things he said where, you know, he had to calculate some of the thrust durations if the main thrusters went wrong. And he was joking about and saying, you know, hopefully my other crewmates don't know that I got a D in A-level maths. So that was kind of surprising because I always thought that astronauts had to be super smart, but I guess I was wrong in that sense. The other things he was talking about were that, you know, to be an astronaut, you have to do a lot of difficult things. And I think he talked about like his experience of being in the army, doing other expeditions outside of that, helped him build the skills necessary to become an astronaut. And one of the most important things he was talking about was you have to be able to get along with people. You know, after all, you're going to be stuck in a tin can for like months or even years in the future on end. So always be a person that you can get along with everyone else, and you're not confrontational, and you don't have a really, you know, polarizing personality. That means no one gets along with you. See, I myself have always had a passion for space, and, you know, I've always dreamt about becoming an astronaut, as, you know, my profile picture on YouTube basically shows that. But I think there's so much more to space that I'm really passionate about, and I thought this video would be great to try and just talk about that to you guys and share my love for all things space. So one of the main reasons why I'd love to go to space is just because you see Earth from a completely different perspective. And this is actually something that Tim highlighted in his talk, and he was talking about how you don't see any evidence of human civilization when you're looking down on Earth. All you see is the geology, the waters of the oceans, and also the cool colors of the land on Earth. And I think this is such an incredible feeling that you don't see borders, you don't see countries, everything just looks like one thing. And then you stop seeing, you know, the differences in, you know, how everyone lives their lives. You stop seeing each country as an individual entity. You think of it as a whole planet. And I think that's something that, you know, would be amazing if every human could experience. The other reason that I think I would want, well, not I think, I know I want to go to space is because not many people do it. And I love doing things that not many other people have done. And it's just an incredible feeling that, you know, you're one in maybe 1,000 people that have ever gone to space in the future. That's insane, thinking about how many billions of people have lived on this planet. Okay, this one's probably like a more childlike obsession, but I love anything that goes fast. So whether it be a fast car, a fast plane, you know, a fast train, anything that goes quick, you know, I love sitting in those things. And, you know, the rocket or any sort of like launch vehicle is definitely going to be going at some speed, and it would be incredible just to like sit in the rocket and, you know, feel the vibration as you're like going up into space. Like, that would be insane of a feeling, and I can't comprehend how incredible that would be. And, you know, it's just insane to hear about that from Tim. And I don't know, it's just, I'm just lost for words. I think that experience would be incredible. Something else that I love doing is going on adventures. So when I was studying in Sheffield, I used to love going hiking in the Peake district, you know, going to find cool places and, you know, even finding a wrecked aircraft. That was something awesome I decided to just do one day with my friend. I was like, you know what, let's go see if we can find this plane wreck. And we decided to, you know, find our way there across like the uneven terrain and all these undulations up and down, like these little ridges and everything. And I love exploring things, and I think going into space is going to be one of the biggest and most insane exploration activities any human could do. And you know, I would love to do that. I've like future aims to definitely do some cool expeditions on Earth as well. I know I definitely want to go and trek in the Antarctic or the Arctic Circle. I definitely know I want to go and climb a few of the tall mountains as well. And you know, I've only just sort of started my journey of doing these exploration activities in the past year when I was at uni, and I think definitely whilst I'm working and when I've built up the money to do so, I would love to go head first into these cool expeditions that you can around our planet. You know, what would be insane is, you know, actually one day I look back at this video and I've actually had the opportunity to go to space. You know, one can hope that it happens. I have to figure out how to actually go about doing that, but you know, hopefully I can prove myself that I've actually gone and done what I just said I wanted to do in this video. And that would be, I don't even know, that would just be insane, to be honest. Like going from just talking to a camera on a YouTube video to actually going and sitting in a rocket and going to space. Who knows, maybe I could be like the first YouTuber to go to space. Now that would be unreal. Like if anyone's watching this who knows how to make that happen, you know, probably not, but if there is a small chance, do hit me up, because yeah, I think it's just such an incredible thing. It would be my absolute dream to go to space. I can't even like convey how much of an importance that is. Yeah, I'm just lost for words, to be honest. Like, yeah, it's just people actually do this as a job, and it's just, I cannot comprehend how incredible that is. I mean, naturally, there are dangers to this job. It's not like the most risk-free job, obviously, but honestly, I think the sense of adventure and just coolness of going to space, I don't care if I have a 1 in 10 chance of dying on a rocket. At least it would be insane to actually have the opportunity to do that. And I think a lot of you guys who are watching this all agree with what I'm saying. Like, if you also want to go to space and be an astronaut, do comment below and let me know, because I think it is probably the best career out there. And you know, you don't have to necessarily be an aerospace engineer, because Tim was talking about they need computer experts, they need medics, they need people who understand biology, they need people who understand, you know, mechanical engineering. So there's a whole host of different professions you can go into and still end up becoming an astronaut. Or maybe you can even pay to be a space tourist in the future, who knows? But ultimately, I think there's a huge potential for people going into space soon, and hopefully I am fortunate enough to be one of those people. But yeah, thanks for watching this video, guys. I loved making this one because it just talked about my passion right from the core. And yeah, that's all I have to discuss about my experience of meeting Tim Peake and my sheer passion and love for space. If you want to have a look at some of the requirements of being an ESA astronaut, I do have a video you can check out. I think it'll appear somewhere here. But anyway, hope you have a great day, and yeah, see you around.